guys! Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is gonna be another episode ba of my current favorite beauty products. So lahat ng mga ipapakita ko sa inyo today, sobrang mahal ko, sobrang lagi kong sinusuot, sobrang lagi kong ginagamit, and marami to. Ang dami nila, guys. So without further ado, let's get started with some skincare products. Marami akong tinatry na skincare products na bago. So yung unang gusto kong i-share sa inyo, yung Neogen Milk to Foam Coconut Milk Pure Mild Cleanser. If you guys don't know, sumali ako sa Style Korean. Meron siya ng Beauty Guru search. So, yung mga kasali doon, medyo pinapadalhan ng items na pwede nilang gamitin, pwede nilang i-try. May mga items doon na talagang napakaganda at talagang lagi kong ginagamit. Ever since nakuha ko sila, I cannot stop using them. And this is one of them, the Neogen Coconut Milk Pure Mild Cleanser. So, I use this mostly as my makeup remover at night. And kukuha lang ako ng konti kasi wala siyang pump. Alam ko may pump to, pero wala akong nakuhang pump nung nakuha ko siya. So, gaganon lang ako ng onte. Tapos, babasain ko ng tubig. Tapos, ilalagay ko sa face ko para ma-melt down yung makeup. I like this because it's not as greasy as yung mga oil cleansers, yung mga balms na I'm used to na Korean beauty rin. Ito parang foamy siya. Hindi siya oily, so I prefer this. Super na-enjoy ko talaga to kasi after ko tong gamitin, wala na talagang bahid ng makeup. As in, wala lahat ng makeup na sinuot ko. Sobrang convenient kasi hindi nga siya oil-based. So, parang feeling ko kung hindi ka masyadong makapal mag-makeup, yung parang lip tint pulbo lang, pag ito na yung ginamit mo, pwede na siya kasi tanggal niya na yung makeup mo, tanggal niya din yung dumi sa mukha mo. So, parang 2-in-1 product siya for me. And I've been really using this a lot, so I had to give it a shout out. Another product that I've been constantly using, as you can see, sobrang puno niya nung nakuha ko siya. And ngayon, sobrang bawas na rin niya yung Natural Pacific na Fresh Herb Calendula Tincture Toner. And it's supposed to be moisturizing and parang mababalance niya, smoothing, and for elasticity, and very calming siya sa face mo. And I truly believe that. Now, the thing I like about this, although I don't really want to say na ito na yung favorite toner ko, pero ito talaga yung talagang ginagamit ko these days kasi medyo nag-iiba ako ng skincare routine. Para minsan, I get bored with the things I use, so I like to switch it up. Masasabi ko na out of every toner that I've tried, ito yung pinaka-moisturizing. Hindi siya nag-dry down to a completely matte finish. It dries down a little bit more glossy, a little bit more dewy. And I like it for nights when I feel like na-dry yung skin ko. For nights when I feel like my skin needs more moisture, I use this kasi parang feeling ko mas nabibigyan niya ng hydration and moisture yung skin ko. Ang bango niya pa. Sobrang ang bango ng amoy, promise. Tapos yung effect niya kasi sobrang moisturizing and hydrating and talagang glowy siya. So, ito yung ginagamit ko these days and I've been really loving it as well. Let's talk about an eye cream. Ito yung Whamisa na Organic Flowers Eye Essence. Been using this every single night ever since the day I got it. So, lahat ng natry ko na eye creams. Ito lang yung masasabi ko na nakitaan ko ng sobrang intense results. As in, tumatanda na tayo, guys. Hindi na ako bumabata. Siyempre, nagkaka-wrinkles na rin ako. Pansin ko lately, since masyado ako nag-eye makeup, parang mas pansin ko na mas nagkaka-wrinkles ako underneath my eyes. Which, hindi yun yung problema ko talaga sa face ko or sa skin ko. Pero lately lang napapansin ko na mas prominent siya. With continuous use, na-feel ko talaga and nakita ko talaga na mas refined na yung texture ko, yung wrinkles ko, and yung fine lines ko underneath my eyes. Para sa akin, effective tong Whamisa. Guys, kung mabibili niyo tong product to, I highly recommend it kasi sa lahat talaga na na-try ko na eye cream, ito yung pinaka nakapagpatanggal ng wrinkles ko. Pag problema niyo yung fine lines, ito talaga yung ma-recommend ko. It's not so much, sabi niya kasi brightening and anti-wrinkle. Para sa akin lang, mas more on anti-wrinkle yung nagawa niya sa akin. Yung brightening, hindi ko masyadong napansin. Pero yung anti-wrinkle, solid to. Ngayon, pag-usapan natin some more products from The Ordinary. Alam niyo naman, yung all-time favorite product ko from The Ordinary is the Advanced Retinoid 2%. If meron kayong discoloration, may mga acne problems kayo, tigyawat problems, just like texture issues and all over like yung problema nyo yung skin nyo, ito talaga yung ma-recommend ko. Well, for me, nag-work talaga siya. It doesn't work for everyone, pero talagang para sa akin, nakitaan ko talaga ng sobrang laking results nung ginamit ko si Advanced Retinoid. Papakilala ko ng dalawa pang items na super love ko from The Ordinary. The first one is the Alpha Albutin 2% plus HA. HA is hyaluronic acid. I can never pronounce that word correctly, but I have been using this for about 2-3 weeks. Nagamit ko siya every night. Nakitaan ko talaga siya ng malaking difference. Nung ginamitan ko yung acne scars ko, sobrang naglighten yung acne scars ko, especially this side. Sobrang naglighten yung acne scars ko. If acne scars are your main problem or your main concern on your skin, check out Alpha Albutin 2% kasi ito talaga yung target niya is for hyperpigmentation, acne scarring, yung uneven skin tone. Ito talaga, it brightens your skin a lot. And napapansin ko talaga with continuous usage na na-brighten yung skin ko. It's drastically lightened my acne scars and pigmentation, which is my main concern right now for my skin, is just how to get it to look even and more bright. And parang feeling ko nakatulong to si Alpha Albutin. If you're impatient person like me, I am so impatient with life and gusto mo ng instant brightening, instant smooth, instant reverting back to your baby smooth skin days, I would recommend this thing. This is HA 30% plus PHA 2% peeling solution. This is a mask. It's supposed to be used 2 to 3 times weekly. To be honest, I'm not able to use it every week kasi minsan tamad eh. Minsan tinatamad ka, so parang minsan every other week, twice a week ko siyang ginagawa. And sobrang ganda nito. As in, top 3 favorites from the ordinary. After nyo itong gamitin, immediate na yung brightening effect. As in, sobrang smooth ng skin nyo. Promise. Hindi nyo kailangan i-scrub yung face nyo. Take note. Lagay nyo lang to, tapos i-spread nyo siya ng maayos. Leave it on for 5 to 8 minutes. No more than 10 minutes. Please, no more than 10 minutes. Tapos, after that, yung skin nyo sobrang insta-smooth. Parang scrub nyo siya, pero hindi nyo siya kinailangan i-scrub. This is perfect for if you have special events, tapos kailangan mo mukhang put together. Gumamit ka nito, tapos yung makeup mo mag-glide ng mas maayos. I promise you, pag ginamit mo to, talagang instant na para ka nagpa-facial. Don't overuse it. Don't become obsessed with it and use it every day. Kasi it's not good that you over-exfoliate your skin, diba? Use this mga twice a week at max. And you will see amazing, incredible results immediately after using it. It is amazing. So now let's talk about some makeup products. But first, I want to talk about this guy, which is skincare, diba? Pero sabi ko kasi yung use ko sa kanya, I use it as like a priming moisturizer. So I decided to include it in the makeup part of the video. This is the e.l.f. Daily Hydration Moisturizer. Para sa akin kasi, ginagamit ko to before applying my makeup and sobrang ganda niya. Para siyang glossy priming moisturizer but a lot cheaper. It makes any foundation glide even smoother on your face. So, pag prep mo yung skin mo with this one, ready na yung face mo for your foundation application and hindi na magmumukhang dry yung foundation mo pag in-apply mo siya sa skin mo. Maganda siya kasi hindi siya greasy pero sobrang nourishing and moisturizing. Ma-feel mo talaga na sobrang hina-hydrate yung skin mo and pina-prep niya rin at the same time. Hindi siya moisturizer na pang moisturize lang eh. Alam mo, yung moisturizer siya pero pwede mo rin siyang gamitin as base and as a primer. Pag nag-apply ako ng foundation, smooth na yung foundation. Kung naghahanap kayo ng dupe, may pump and all, more hygienic, just overall really similar to the glossy priming moisturizer, I would recommend this one from e.l.f. yung Daily Hydration Moisturizer nila because it's really good stuff. Every time I wear these, napapaisip ako kung bakit tinikil ko silang isuot dahil ito talaga eh. Ito talaga, sobrang ganda nila, guys. Lumaka ko, OG ka sa channel ko. Last year pa lang sinasabi ko na sobrang ganda nito. Yung Hard Candy Mix in Pigment Makeup Drops. I have raved about these. High and low, high and low. Sobrang intense ng pag-rave about ko sa Hard Candy Mix in Pigment Makeup Drops. The thing I like about these the most is yung consistency. It's very, very fluid and very, very thin. It literally drips para siyang tubig and it's concentrated with a lot of pigmentation. If you wear these on their own, which is how I wear them, para sinusuot ko sila as a foundation. I don't mix them in with other foundations. Gusto ko i-maximize yung coverage nila kaya as a foundation ko sila sinusuot. Sobrang smooth. Sobrang smooth at sobrang dali pa i-blend. I prefer using these with a brush. So kung na magda-dot ka, tapos gumamit ka ng brush, i-buff mo lang ganyan. Hindi naman ganyan, ha? Sige, mga ganun na. I-buff mo lang. Sobrang flawless ng finish. Kung may dry skin ka, I suggest moisturize. Also, mag-scrub ka muna. I-scrub muna yung mga dead skin cells para pag nag-glide to, mag-glide siya na mas maayos. Kasi sabi nung iba, it can emphasize dry patches. I've never really had that problem. This is one of the few foundations na nag-work sa akin na tipong no dry patches. It never clung to my dry patches. And that was so amazing. It looks so smooth na parang naka-filter ako, naka-photoshop ako. Hindi ko alam kung anong meron dito. Pero on its own, it lasts so beautifully and gives me that like full coverage. A dupe for the Marc Jacobs Remarkable in my personal opinion. Cannot believe I put these down because every time I would use these, I would fall back in love with them. Amazing. I love these. Still one of my favorite foundations to date of all time. As in of all time. I want to quickly talk about these guys. Yung COSRX Clear Fit Blemish Cushion and the COSRX Clear Fit Spot Concealer. Now, I bought these with my own money, by the way. And ang ganda, guys. This is hands down the best cushion foundation I have ever tried. And that is because of its amazing coverage. Sa lahat ng cushions na na-try ko, ito yung may pinaka-intense na coverage. Solid. When we talk cushions, we're talking natural, dewy look. Pero ito talaga, intense yung coverage. At tipong isang saw-saw mo lang dun sa product. Tapos pag ganun-ganun mo na, ito mismo, itong puff, ang dami pa niyang laman na pwede mong pang i-dot, dot, 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 dot. Meron pang laman at may coverage pa na pwede mong gamitin underneath your eyes. So, lakas makatipid nitong cushion na to dahil a little bit goes a long way. If you have dry skin, again, moisturize kasi it has more of like a matte satin matte finish, pero I feel like this is more suited for oily skin. And of course, people who are suffering from breakouts and acne, which is so convenient because this has a lot of coverage to cover your pesky imperfections. So kung gusto mo ng full coverage cushion and nahihirapan ka maghanap ng cushion foundation na sobrang full coverage, na talaga nakakatakip ng ating mga pinagdaanan sa buhay, ito yung i-recommend ko, yung Clear Fit Blemish Cushion, kasi intense, out of this world yung coverage niya for a cushion foundation. First time kong nakatry ng cushion foundation na ganito ka-intense yung coverage niya. As in, and I've tried a lot of cushion foundations na okay yung coverage, pero kung coverage yung pag-uusapan, panalo talaga si Clear Fit Blemish Cushion. You can sheer it out to where it looks really natural still, you can build it up to where it looks like flawless. Tipid ka dito, besh. Tipid ka dahil konti lang kailangan mo. So, I love this stuff so much. Kaya dahil mahal ko yung foundation, binili ko din yung concealer, yung Clear Fit Spot Concealer. And oh my gosh, this is so good as well. First of all, yung packaging is very convenient, very hygienic because you squeeze out the product. So, hindi siya sobrang nakaka-contaminate, which is genius. Feeling ko talaga ginawa niya on purpose yun. Para mas safe lang, I guess, and hindi siya mas nakaka-contaminate ng product. Coverage is also fantastic, and I love to use it as a spot concealer. For example, I have like a pimple, I dot it on and I blend it out with a sponge or a brush, tapos na-cover niya, and then magpa-powder na ako. No foundation, just this concealer. Hindi siya super mabigat sa face na, oh, you're wearing concealer, honey. Hindi eh. Parang, it blends well on the skin and it looks really nice and flawless and even and pantay sa skin mo while still covering what you need it to cover. So, super nice. Very full coverage concealer. But I just love the convenience of it. I love how it looks on my skin. I love how it lasted because it's very low maintenance. So, talagang reliable siya. Pag yung problema mo sa buhay, talagang acne, pigmentation, acne marks, your best friend. Right here. Brush that I've been recently abusing and using for 2 different reasons, pero hindi ko siya nahuhugasan, pero I love it nonetheless. And I really wanted to talk about it. This is from H&M, and H&M recently had a beauty line, so nag-release sila ng kanilang makeup products. Matagal na siya sa States actually, and meron na akong products from nung nag-release sila sa States, kasi syempre si Kathleen Lights. Nag-release sila sa Philippines, which is thank God because maraming magagandang products doon sa beauty section ng H&M, and this is actually an amazing brush. It's called the Plush Powder Brush from H&M, and I use it for 2 different reasons. I use it to buff out powder on my skin. It's so soft and it really reaches like a wide area on your face, so mabilis ka na mag-powder kasi malaki siya. But it's not too big where you're like, ooh. Parang hindi siya sobrang laki na sobrang unnecessary na yung powder na nalalagay mo. Hindi siya sobrang dense na too much powder yung nalalagay mo. It's a perfect density. It's a perfect amount of hair. Fluffy siya. But you're still able to buff out your powder if ever you're using a powder foundation. Medyo dense pa rin siya, but not too dense. You know what I mean? It's big enough to where you cover a wide area at a time, so it takes you less than a minute to set your face. I actually love to use it for bronzer as well. Lately, ito yung bronzer brush na ginagamit ko. So after ko mag-powder, ito rin yung gagamitin ko for bronzer. Kaya naman gamitin to kahit hindi ko siya hinugasan kasi minsan nga tinatamad talaga ako. So I think gamit ko for bronzer. Sasawsaw ko lang siya sa bronzer. Isasawsaw ko lang siya sa bronzer ko, tapos igaganon ko na siya. And because if you look at it, medyo mas ano siya, medyo mas nakapisa siya here. Yung itsura niya is perfect for bronzer, actually. And I love this for bronzer because it distributes the bronzer evenly and it gives it like a more diffused look as opposed to like a bronzer that's very precisely applied, that it looks too muddy or too harsh. Ito hindi siya harsh. Pag nag-apply ka ng bronzer, mas natural tignan pag ito yung gamit mo. Kasi nga medyo fluffy siya. So just put the bronzer there where you need it. And for that, I think this baby is love. ELK Cosmetics Contour, Blush, and Highlight Palette. I don't like the entire thing. I love and I live for, I'm obsessed with this color right here, which is yung bronzer or yung contour. Kasi it comes with 3 things. Has a blush, has a highlighter, and a bronzer. By the way, ito yung Sunkissed. To be honest, the blush is a little too bright for my liking. Masyado siyang matingkad para sa akin. Yung highlighter, hindi siya masyado nag-show up and masyado siyang dark para sa skin tone ko. For $499, you get 3 items. 3 items! So, may blush, may highlight, may bronzer ka. Para sa akin, good deal naman siya, diba? Kung iisipin nyo. And if you end up liking all 3 products, para sa akin kasi super love ko tong contour na willing akong mag-spend ng $499 para dito sa 3 to. Kahit na itong dalawa, hindi ko magagamit. Usable naman kasi si blush. For me, it's really not that bad. The highlight for me, to be honest, isn't really a must-have, but the contour powder. The bronzer, ang ganda nitong bronzer to. First of all, it blends beautifully on the skin. Sobrang smooth. Ito yung bronzer color. So, hindi siya sobrang pigmented na talagang girl too much. Pero it's not kulang. Alam niyo, hindi siya kulang sa pigmentation. It's very buildable, which I like. It's very smooth on the skin. Something about the color, something about the undertone of this bronzer makes it so perfect for my skin tone. And forget about the 2 items and just use this bronzer. And I'm like, I love this palette. I love this palette because of the bronzer. I think it's worth $499 because of the bronzer. The bronzer is that amazing. I don't really think a lot of people know about this, and I don't think a lot of people want to buy this because they find the colors boring. But let your girl tell you, out of all the palettes that ColourPop has released so far, there are actually 4. Yung My Little Pony, which I don't have, yung Femme Rosa, which I sold kasi hindi ko masyadong bet yung colors nun, and yung Yes Please, which I love Yes Please. So I didn't really expect to love this even more than I do the Yes Please, and I love Yes Please. But this is the ColourPop I Think I Love You palette. Sana wag niyong isipin na boring tong palette nito kasi I thought the same, pero I still gave it a shot. This is how the palette looks like. Has your pretty much everyday neutral colors. Yung pretty basic colors na parang, ay, hindi ko naman pagkakasusan to. Ang dami pang mga ibang palettes siya na may mga reds, oranges. Out of all the palettes from ColourPop, I think pinaka-worth it to me. Alam niyo bakit? Kasi you can create the most basic eye look out of this, and you can create the most smoky eye look out of this. It's something that every girl should own in their collection. It might seem basic, but it's actually very user-friendly and very versatile in a way because, again, very natural colors. Madami dito. Fun colors like this gold, andito rin. And you have your bronzes, which is very timeless and classic. We're too addicted to the warm oranges, burnt terracottas. Sometimes neutral colors, I feel like, are the best eyeshadow colors because you can pair them with any lip color, and I think that's so good. That's so awesome. So I've been enjoying these. Napansin ko lang na yung formula nung I Think I Love You palette, sobrang ganda. And this color, I would buy this palette just for this color. This color is amazing. It's called Screw It, this shade. The best shadow na ColourPop has ever created in their entire, na pressed. Do you see that? Oh my gosh. Sobra niyang ganda, guys. Sobra niyang foiled, metallic, and sobra, I don't know. It goes on and on and on. It's amazing. Akala ko magiging boring lang siya. Like, just one of those palettes I probably already own in my collection. But I realized I own a lot of warm shades more than I did neutral shades like this. You can create so many timeless looks. It didn't sell out. I don't understand why, because to me, it's definitely better than the Yes Please palette. And parang siguro yung marketing nila parang napunta sa Yes Please. So parang walang pumansin dito kay I Think I Love You. But I'm telling you, I love this more than I do Yes Please. Let's talk about these really quickly. Maybelline Inti Matte Nude. So Maybelline recently came out with an entire collection filled with more nude colors. Yung favorite shades ko sa mga nilabas nilang bago, Toasted Brown and Chili Nude. So I love to wear Toasted Brown, both na parang gradient Korean looking lips or yung parang talagang intense na lips. So ito si Toasted Brown pag talagang full opacity. Pag kumuha ka ng onte, tapos parang na-smudge mo siya sa lips mo, ayan yung itsura niya. Parang just gives you like a really pretty hue or like medyo subtle lang, and it looks so good. Sobrang ganda. Ang ganda ng formula. Wala naman akong masabi sa formula ng Maybelline. They've always been very consistent and very nice. Tapos, ito si Chili Nude, which is pretty much sold out kasi lagi siyang ni-rave about ng mga tao. Pero if you swatch Chili Nude, para siyang red. Hindi nga siya mukhang nude at all. Pero kasi, yung gusto kong gawin kay Chili Nude, ganyan lang. Light gradient lang. Tapos pag ganyan mo siya, meron ka ng instant lip tint look na sobrang sikat ngayon sa Korea. Diba? Ang daming mga usong mga lip tints ngayon sa Korea na medyo brownish. When you swatch Chili Nude, it's really gonna give you a beautiful gradient effect na sobrang flattering sa lips. You can use them both ways, like super heavily applied, or you can use them like a sheer lip tint, a sheer wash of color, and they are so comfortable, so lightweight, and so affordable as well. So highly recommend these new colors from Maybelline. Another one is from a local brand here called Charm Cosmetics. Charm by Nature Essentials. Ito yung hydrating matte lipstick in the shade Georgia. And oh my god. They sent me like 6 colors. Ito yung pinaka-favorite ko kasi ang ganda niya. Toasty brown, trendy, warm brown shade that I love. You guys know I love my warms. Ang ganda ng mga lipsticks niya. Sobrang saludo talaga ako kasi na-shock ako sa pigmentation saka sa formula ng lipsticks. So ito. One swipe lang yan, guys. One swipe. Ang ganda ng color, as in sobrang feeling ang ganda niya for people with fair skin to people with like tan skin. Ako naman, dinadab ko lang sa lips ko to and like sheer out ko siya kasi gusto ko ganun nga itsura ng lips ko. Nothing too bold, nothing too crazy, but I just do a light layer. And pag blend mo siya, diba? Ang ganda, diba? Pag dinefuse ko to yung color na to ng onte, tapos nilagay ko siya sa lips ko, ang ganda. Besh, ang ganda talaga, promise. Yun, Georgia from Charm Cosmetics. Ito yung favorite ko sa lahat ng shades na binigay nila sa akin, and they're amazing. I love them. Last but certainly not the least, I love these, guys. Parang, No, I really love these. I truly do, and I've featured them sa Instagram, tapos feature ko na siya sa isa pang video. Ang Tansy Beauty na lip and cheek tint. Sobrang daming bumili sa inyo nito, tapos sobrang nagustuhan nyo rin. Nakakalula yung shade range. So, bibigyan ko kayo ng idea yung mga top 3 favorites ko from the line. My all-time favorite shade is definitely Blush. Ito yung pinaka talagang, I think nag-sold out yung blush. I'm not really sure. It's just the most perfect, unique, rosy shade na lakas maka-fresh. Lakas maka-fresh ng blush. And then, yung second favorite ko, bago lang tong shade na to from Tansy. It's called Autumn Fields. I love it. It's a perfect brownie orange shade. Sobrang lakas niya maka-fall. Kahit wala naman tayong fall at autumn dito. Lakas niya maka-burnt brown orange na parang, ang ganda talaga. And the last color that I will recommend to you guys, and this has a special place in my heart. Sort of biased because of the packaging, but not really because the color is truly amazing. This is called Scarlet Heart. It's inspired by the K-drama Moon Lovers Scarlet Heart Trio, which is my all-time favorite Korean drama. Ayan, andyan si Wangso, andyan si Hesu, at ito yung itsura ng Scarlet Heart. Ang ganda ga. As in, wala naman ako masasabi. Sa swatch ko sila. Ito si Scarlet Heart. Scarlet Heart. Medyo scarlet nga talaga siya. Medyo deep siya, pero pag nilagay mo sa lips mo, pack na pack. Autumn Feels. Oh, diba? Ang ganda. Brown na orange. Pero pag nasa lips, they look a little lighter naman on the lips, which I like. And then this is my all-time favorite, which is Blush. Which is like a brighter color. As you can see, even though they look similar, they're still different once they're on the lips. I love and appreciate that. So far, out of all the local brand lip tints I've tried, this is just my favorite. I'm so glad I discovered this brand because I feel like it's an underdog brand. Madami pang tao na kailangan talaga matry yung lip tints nila kasi 100 pesos lang, guys. Like I always say, mas magtatagal pa tong lip tints na to sa'yo kaysa sa mga ibang relasyon dyan. Promise yan. Ganda tignan. Autumn Fields, ang ganda talaga. The Scarlet, ang ganda. Oh my gosh, ang ganda. Sobrang ganda. Yun lang, guys. Yun yung mga products na I've been loving lately. Lahat sila ginagamit ko sa aking face. And sana lahat sila mag-work sa inyo. If you're gonna buy them, then please don't forget to tag me or message me on Instagram with the hashtag TonyCapproved and Tony made me buy it. Sana nagustuhan itong video na to, and if you did enjoy this, please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well as subscribe to my channel. If you want to keep up with what I do, then please don't forget to follow me on my social media accounts, always listed down in the description box. Comment down below what you want to see next from my channel, and I'll be seeing you guys on my next video. Bye!